Hello and welcome to the campus of Cedar Springs High School for tonight's girls varsity basketball matchup between the Lowell Red Arrows and your Cedar Springs Red Hawks. I'm Alex Hughes.
And I'm Mitch Hanmer.
This should be a very intriguing non-conference matchup. A senior-studded Cedar Springs basketball team and a highly recruited Lowell Red Arrow team.
Looks like both teams are going to have to bring it all tonight. Cedar Springs is a very old, they actually have quite a bit of seniors this year, all returning a couple starters. We've got Sam Taylor, she's a sophomore player. Yes. But Lowell Red Arrows actually have a player recruited and going to Lake Superior State this year.
Yeah, number 20, Aubrey Steed, full ride. Very impressive player, had all conference last year.
Definitely one to watch. Also, they've got a point guard, number 22.
Yes, Kate Montgomery. She's a scoring point guard and is a sophomore. She was on the team, so the coach expects a lot from her this season.
Definitely going to be a threat to Cedar Springs tonight. We've got to stay on lockdown defense here if we want to be in the same league as Lowell Red Arrows tonight.
Yep, and as festivities are starting here with 15 seconds left, we will shortly be starting with the national anthem. What are your predictions for the game tonight, Mitch?
I think it's going to be a close game all the way through. Cedar Springs got a pretty deep bench, and that's going to really help them out. But I think it's going to be close all the way to the end, and hopefully a Cedar Springs win.
That's exactly how I feel. And with the buzzer, we'll be going to the national anthem.
Before the action starts tonight, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor the United States of America with the flag of the national anthem. Once again, please rise for the Stars Spangled Banner.
Test. Like I said, this will be a tough out-of-conference matchup between the Lowell Red Arrows and the Cedar Springs Red Hawks.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. If we're going to play a man-to-man or a zone. We've obviously, like we talked about, we've got a couple key players on Lowell's team that we're going to have to really shut down.
Yep, with introductions getting started, we'll first introduce the Lowell Red Arrows. Number 11, we have Katie Holsteder. Number 12, Tara McQueen. Number 14, Sarah Ersch. Number 14, Sarah Ersch. Number 20, Aubrey Steed. And number 22, Kate Montgomery.
All right, and then for the varsity girls team for the Red Hawks, we've got number 11, Mackenzie Francis. Number 12, Sam Taylor. Number 14, Allison Hamilton. Number 23, Brittany Todd. And number 5, Aubrey Moton.
Yeah, should be a unique aspect of different players on this team this year.
Definitely. It's very diverse, too. I don't think, do you think we'll have any standout players this year on the girls' team?
Brittany Todd, I expect to come out and be strong, being a four-year starter and four-year varsity player. I expect nothing less of her.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely got the experience here. And I'm really excited to see how Sam Taylor plays this year. She's a sophomore. She's young coming into the varsity level. I'm expecting a lot from her.
Yeah, it will be exciting to see Kate Montgomery and Aubrey Steed also for the Lowell Red Arrows.
Definitely. Looks like the size matchups are going to be pretty even down there tonight.
Yeah, It'll probably be a tough matchup between Lowell's Steed and Red Hawks Todd.
Definitely.
Do you think they're going to come out in man defense or zone?
I think they'll come out in a man defense, and then when they see what the players on Lowell can do, they'll probably double team and try to shut down the two big players.
Yeah, great sportsmanship you see already, shaking hands, getting accompanied with the other players.
Expect a lot out of this game. It's going to be a good game.
Student section up on their feet. You know that means it's almost ready for tip-off.
This is the starting of the girls' varsity basketball season. Their first game.
Great game. Let's go.
And looks like
Steed dominated that ball, but
yeah,
passed
tipped
it back to
Cedar.
Springs.
Here we go. Sam Taylor, Cedar Springs point guard tonight.
Bringing up the ball.
Lowell Red Arrows starting in a man-to-man defense.
Looks like we got a screen down low, trying to get in down low. Kenzie Francis will take the ball up top.
Swinging it around the outside. Almost looks like a dribble drive motion right now. Lowell playing a great lockdown defense. I don't know if Cedar knows what to do against it right now. Kenzie Francis dribbling around the outside of the key.
Giving back out to Aubrey Motown, and she'll get a foul by number 22, Kate Montgomery. That will be her first, team's first. Cedar Springs will take it out on the sideline. I feel like that's what Cedar Springs needs to do. It needs to keep on getting fouls.
Get in the bonus early.
Couldn't agree more.
Sam Taylor almost loses it, and it's gets it right back up.
Almost
slowing things up a little bit. Like I said, I'm very impressed right now with Lowell's defense.
Yeah,
they're not giving Cedar any space.
There
we go.
Allie Hamilton open, but she doesn't connect on the layup.
Gets tipped out, and it looks like it goes off of Cedar Springs.
Unfortunate.
This is going to be Lowell's first time down.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming off with the press early.
Get to see a bit of their offense now. Looks like that press is working right now. They trap him right at half court.
Oh, but
gets
now
that pass up the side. It's 1 on 3. Goes to the left side, takes a small jumper, and that is hit by number 11.
Cedar with a 2-point shot.
A very smooth shot there.
Strong man-to-man defense with one man back.
Looks like they're doing a full court press as well, like you said, one man back.
Trying to switch the ball.
Two-person trap right there. Makes Cedar almost throw it out of bounds.
Brittany Todd recovers and drives in for the layup.
Todd with the great move, just can't finish.
But she'll take the foul.
She gets the rebound right back and then goes right back up strong and gets the foul. That's 2 shots.
That's not a good sign for Lowell. 2 fouls already, not even 2 minutes in the game. Definitely unfortunate for Lowell.
Yeah, definitely. It's, Todd should be able to hit these free throws. She's pretty consistent.
An experienced player.
Actually looks like the first goes long, goes off the back of the rim.
I'm thinking early season nerves.
Yeah, definitely got the jitters right now. Lining up for the second shot.
Yeah. Are you expecting the press the entire game?
I think it'll die off quite quickly, actually. There we go.
And
Todd hits her second free throw for a 1-2 game right now. Cedar staying with that full court press. Gets that trap right at half.
Only one man back.
Looks like we got a blocking foul there.
Take the foul, though.
Called on number 14, Allie Hamilton.
That'll be her first. She's notorious for getting into foul trouble. Hopefully we don't see her foul out quickly in the game.
Yeah, definitely. She's going to be a key player in this game, and if we want to stay in it, we've definitely got to keep her in it.
Yes, a pure athlete.
But I'm really excited to see Mary Monterusso and Sage White step out on the court tonight. There are a couple players, a couple seniors that'll be coming in off the bench, and remember they've been pretty good. They've played together their whole life, and pretty smooth players down there.
Yeah, pretty much everyone here has been day one. But we have a foul committed by, looks like number 5, Aubrey Motown, but not quite sure.
Looks like Aubrey Steed definitely showed her power down there. Shows what she can really do.
With that, I would personally go into a 2-3 zone. Try container.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to be feeding it into her the whole time. But the only problem I see with the 2-3 zone is you've got that number 22, Kate Montgomery, and I'm sure she can knock down the outside shots because she's one of the ones we wanted to look at tonight.
Yep. Aubrey sinks her first free throw, and she attempts her second. That one is just off the mark, but like we said, Kate Montgomery on the board scores a 2-point layup.
It's a beautiful left hand right there.
Cedar Springs finds themselves down early, 5-1. They need to get the ball past
Lowell staying with that trap. Really frustrating Cedar right now. They're just passing. There we go. Sam Taylor breaks through. Gets it up to Allie Hamilton. Who swings it back out to Kenzie Francis. Lazy pass, though, and it gets taken away by Kate Montgomery.
1-on-2 defense.
She brings it all the way down and
misses
that layup. Allie Hamilton gets it right back. Gives it to Kenzie Francis. Do you think it's going to be a fast-paced game, or is
Yeah, they don't show any signs of slowing down so far. But, you know, only time and wear gets to that. And swinging the ball around, not sure. Maybe it cuts in. Yep,
they've got to see.
Francis cuts in.
Yeah, they've got to take the open shots when they have them. That shot by Allie Hamilton looked a little forced right there. I know she can knock down that shot, but they've got to wait for that to come their way.
There we go. Allie Hamilton shows her athleticism and swats the ball out of bounds instead of giving them a layup to Steve.
Here comes Mary Monterusso for Sam Taylor right now. That's number 22, Mary Monterusso.
What you wanted to see. I heard she's a knockdown shooter and a solid defender.
Solid defense. But, yeah, she can definitely hit that three.
And that's what they need from her to shut down Holtz.
It looks like they are. That number 20, Aubrey Steed, she just gives a couple good post moves and puts it in for an easy two. Definitely got to play a little more physical. It looked like they were trying to do a two-man trap there.
They do have to be aware of the 8-second call for half court.
There we go. Mary Monterusso with a simple little floater inside, and she hits it. That is a couple points right away for Mary Monterusso off the bench. Looks like ref calls a timeout. Looks like Mary Monterusso might have left a piece of jewelry in. Oh, no, she it's the tape on her ear. She tried to cover up the earring, and I might not be letting her do that. It's got to be frustrating for her. Comes right off the bench and scores a quick two, and then gets taken right back out for something simple like that.
Yeah.
Oh, but Sam Taylor gets right back in. She got a couple seconds of a break there at least. Allie Hamilton with
gives it to Kenzie
wicked
Francis.
Defense. Kenzie.
Close layup. Not what they wanted, but we'll retain possession.
Like barely bounced off one of Cedar's players there.
Cedar's still going to stay in that trap, though.
There we go. They get the
3-2
looks
trap.
like Lowell gets an easy pass down, full court pass.
But they double team
number
20, Aubrey Steed, but she scores again.
Even with that double team, she's really showing her power down there. Looks like it gets lazy pass gets thrown away back to Lowell Red Arrows.
Aubrey shows her.
There we go. Good ball movement by the Red Arrows. Gets Kate Montgomery a couple more points there. Cedar Springs takes a quick timeout. What do you think? What do you think their coach is telling Cedar right now?
I still think they have to go into that 2-3 zone. They have to shut down Steed, and even when Steed is dominating down low, she can still kick the ball out. And you saw earlier that Kate Holtz-Cedar had a nice shot given from Aubrey.
Definitely, and I think this is a well-rounded Lowell team, though. They've definitely got Aubrey Steed down there who can work the inside shots in the paint, but as we saw, they've got some outside shooters down there. I know Aubrey Steed's been dominating right now, but I guess a 2-3 trap wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
It's down on the sideline, Mary Monterusso trying to get that earring figured out.
Lowell is still coming off strong with the press. Kenzie Francis looks puzzled on what to do, but they have to get the ball up court. Sam Taylor breaks the press and brings it in.
Goes through to the basket, but
is met with a block by Steed again.
It's like for Lowell, number 12, Tara McQueen drives down, goes coast to coast with an easy layup. Scores 3-13 right now.
Kenzie Francis trying to break the press, trying to switch it around. Sam Taylor comes up the court with the ball.
Very forced pass by Sam Taylor, but it worked in the end. Brittany Todd gets a dish.
Nice ball rotation. Nice ball rotation. Aubrey Moton
gets a nice dish. That's what we wanted to see out of Brittany Todd, is just her athleticism breaking through tonight. She's got to be a workhorse out there.
Yeah, Sage White is coming in for the Red Hawks for Allie Hamilton.
And look at that. Looks like we've got number 20 Aubrey Steed getting a sub right now. I think Cedar's going to definitely have to take advantage. They've got Number 30, Allie Fredrickson coming in, though, and she looks like she's going to be pressuring Todd. Yeah,
another post player, and
she's got a couple inches on Todd there too. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, but Lowell will take its third foul.
One thing that I've seen is Cedar is just trying to get to the hoop. They're playing really fast and chaotic right now. I think we've just got to slow it down, try to run a couple plays, and see how that works out for us.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, though.
Yep, and then Sam Taylor's bringing up
Sam Taylor.
Yep.
See, the one thing is Lowell's defense. It's really frustrating Cedar right now. They get the over and back right there, backcourt violation on Cedar, giving Lowell possession.
Looks like Mary Monterusso fixed her situation. Now she's going to be subbing in for Mackenzie Francis.
Sure, Kenzie will be seeing quite a bit more of this game.
Yes. Now with Mary Monterusso scoring early, I wonder what else we can see from her tonight.
The only thing I can see is that call that brought her out about the earring. That might slow down her momentum. That could really kill the mood for her. She comes in quick and then gets taken off within the first 10 seconds. But
out of bounds. Cedar Springs will take it. Solid defense by Sage White.
Is Sam Taylor going to keep point guard, or is it going to be given to Mary?
Looks like Mary's taking over from now. But Lowell's still pressuring with their defense.
And Mary breaks through up the line. Sage White to Aubrey Moton with a strong move. Just can't finish. Sage White gets the rebound, though. Kicks it to Mary. Sloppy pass, gives it away. Looks like a
2-on-1 opportunity, but Lowell throws it away. Cedar Springs will retain possession.
Just a little too far.
Yep, you have to really time those passes well to be able to take advantage of fast break opportunities.
Mary Monterusso really knows what to do against this full court press, though.
Aubrey Moton is met with a double team, and it'll go to
Looks like a jump ball. That's possession Lowell Red Arrows right now.
The press is getting the best of them. They need to figure out a way to contain the press.
One of the big things that I'm seeing right now is that press, they don't have very much communication. Like right there, Moton was dribbling down, and she turned around, and Lowell took it right away from her.
Oh, Sage White nearly deflected that pass.
Great help side by Aubrey Moton there.
Cedar Springs is still staying to man-to-man defense, though.
Well, that number 20, Aubrey Steed, isn't in right now. So I think that man-to-man defense will work against them right now. Yep. But when Steed does break in, like you said, they've got to break out that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, Hamilton will make another appearance as Moton sits on the bench. Looks like Lowell's taking off pressure.
Yep, Mary Monterusso's bringing it up right now. Looks to be met right at half court, though. No holding back on that defense.
Passes to Sage on the wing. Doesn't know what to do with it. Brings it back up. Allie Hamilton will take possession.
Monterusso coming back up top to get the ball. She's got that open three that she likes. Just short. Goes off the front of the iron. Sage White gets it. Takes another little jumper. Nah, just short on that one as well.
Lowell will try to take advantage of this this opportunity.
Lowell gets the rebound right back up.
And Coxon will take a 2-point shot.
That's just great play by them. They all hustled up the field at the court and succeeded in the end. Mary Monterusso with a full court skip pass there. Sees Taylor in the corner for a little 15-foot jumper. It just goes long. They call the foul, maybe a push there on Sage White. Knocks Lowell right out of bounds, though. Yep, she is getting with the push.
Yeah, early foul trouble for both teams with 3. 6 is the limit until you get one-on-one.
Yeah, and it looks like with that foul trouble coming in, Cedar's going to take off that full court press and just bring it down to a man-to-man.
Yeah, you see Kenzie Francis and Nikki Maskey both getting on the sideline. Getting ready to check in.
See, there's that outside shot. Something we wanted to see. Sage White just barely steps out there. Good effort.
Looks like Sam Taylor and Sage White will both be going to the bench as Nikki Maskey and Mackenzie Francis will enter.
Right.
Looks like isolation for number 4.
Hey, it's possible, but right now that's a full squad of seniors out on the court right now, and they've played together their whole life. So it's
another foul.
They've got to have some good chemistry there.
Another foul.
Goes Cedar ball. Lowell's got 4 fouls right now.
As Lowell takes off their press as well. Realizing that they can't get in that much foul trouble with this.
Looks like
amount of
Mackenzie
time.
Francis is going to take point guard now as well. Sending Mary Monterusso to one of the wings. Brittany Todd playing that center position. Moving back and forth. Gets a skip to Nikki Matsky. Drives in. Kicks it back out. Go finds Monterusso at the top of the key. Mackenzie Francis with the shot. Just short though. So we've got a sub here.
Yep, Tara McQueen will be coming in for the Lowell Red Arrows for the last 45 seconds as the score is 15-5 Lowell over Cedar.
Well, sure got quite a few people at this first varsity game tonight.
Yeah.
It's looking like a decent crowd.
Decent turnout.
Now we've actually got a couple of interviews set up for tonight. We've got a returner.
Yeah, Hannah White playing at Grace Bible College now.
She is a great player for Cedar Springs varsity team. She graduated last year, actually.
Yeah. Her and Molly Holtrip were quite the pair. But Cedar Springs will get possession off a jump ball, I think it was.
Right now, I think Cedar's going to bring it down and just hold it for the last shot there. It's 5-15.
Yeah, it looks like no rush by Mackenzie Francis as she brings it up court.
Maybe set something up. I think they're going to dish it into Brittany Todd or get a shot outside by Mary.
Poor decision to
Monterusso.
stop her dribble right there, but Mary
Monterusso
takes the
the
three.
shot. And she likes that shot. Just goes long.
Off the mark, looks like it's going to be a low ball with 8/10 of a second left.
Yep.
And
gonna
not much
just
you
hold
can
it.
do there. They didn't start the clock.
And that is that's the end of the first quarter with a 15-5 score.
Lowell over Cedar Springs. But now we have Hannah White with us here, who was a 4-year varsity player at Cedar Springs High School. 3-year varsity player at Cedar Springs High School.
So as you watch right now, what are you seeing from both sides of the court?
Well, it's definitely different to watch my team play. I played with most of them last year, and I mean, they're working hard right now, but they're just getting used to it. You know, new starters, new atmosphere, new coach, so it's going to be hard, but they're working on it.
Very nice. What do you think about, well, Aubrey Steed for Lowell, the big one down low that's been scoring most of the points for him.
Yeah.
What do you think of her? She's
I
got a full
remember-
ride to Lake Superior State right now.
Yeah, I remember her from last year. She definitely works hard. She's really good, and she knows how to. She has moves down low, and she just isn't missing right now. She's doing well.
Yeah, what do you think Cedar needs to do to stop this Lowell Red Arrow offense?
Ooh, I think we just need to move our feet on defense. I think we need to talk. I think we're being really quiet right now, but I think they'll pick up the talking once they get their confidence up and they start getting steals and making some shots.
Right. Is this something you see going to a 2-3 zone, or do you think we're going to stay man this whole time?
Ever since I've played at Cedar, I think we've been man all the time. So I don't know if maybe the new coach has them go 2-3. That would be different, but maybe they'll try it out.
Yeah, I think that would be a very good idea since Steed is shutting him down low.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Well, thank you for your time, Hannah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, enjoy the game.
Lowell will take the ball. Will take possession at midcourt. Still no Steed in, though.
Looks like she's sitting the bench down there. Coach is giving her a couple words.
Maskey steals the ball but returns it back to Lowell, and Lowell will take a 2-point shot by Mallory Ya. Monterusso taking the ball up court.
Now, with
by
this
Ya.
early Lowell lead, which is 17-5, do you think they're going to start pulling some of their starters possibly? They've got Aubrey Steed sitting and Kate Montgomery sitting, which were the two players we wanted to look at before this game started. So I think right now what we're seeing is they're trying to play some of their bench players.
Yeah.
Just get everyone out there, get some fresh legs.
Yeah.
But we've got Steed actually coming in right now, along with number 11.
Kate Holt Cedar. Cedar Springs still has the majority of their starters in play, and Kenzie Francis will take the ball up. A very impressive Lowell squad that Cedar Springs is facing tonight.
Yeah, they've got players on the bench that can come out. Sloppy play by Cedar Springs gives it away to Lowell. Just goes off the foot of Monterusso, which is extremely unlucky. It's like an
shot
outside
at the top
shot.
of the key by number 12, Tara McQueen. 3-point shot, good.
Very smooth shot. Gets him the easy 3 there. No one came out to pressure her. And Cedar's just playing sloppy right now. Kenzie Francis just tries to do a full court pass
Travel.
to Nikki Matsky, who rolls that right foot and travels a little bit.
Seems like fundamentals are the thing that are killing them right now, as Cedar Springs will take a timeout and Aubrey Moton substitutes in for Nikki Matsky.
Cedar Springs coach down there is extremely frustrated right now.
Not the way they wanted to start off their season with this batch of seniors.
No, and I believe Brandon Miller is the Cedar coach tonight, and he's new to the program this year. Am I right?
He has coached a couple times within the program, but first time as varsity head coach.
All right. What are you seeing from him down there?
Well, he's been coaching these girls for a long time. He knows them. I bet you he's just telling them that they have to keep their heads in the game and play how they can play, and that they need to stop number 20, Aubrey Steen, since she is dominating the senior squad.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think Lowell's just going to take it easy, or do you think they're going to keep on continuing with the pressing offense?
They've got an early 15-point lead right now, but I think Lowell is going to keep pressuring them. They're going to expand this lead as much as possible and then possibly put in some of their bench players just to see what else they have on the team. But could go either way right now. Cedar could still be in this. It's very early in the game right now.
Yeah, the stadium's got eerily quiet since Lowell has taken this double-digit lead on the Red Hawks.
Yeah, definitely. I think we just need something. Maybe shut them out scoring-wise.
There we go.
There we go. Allie Hamilton getting in there with a nice swats it out. But, man, number 22 there, Kate Montgomery, hits a 3.
Yeah, it looks like Lowell's offense is based around a 4-out offense where they only have one player down low. Trying to
again,
put
sloppy play. There we go. Monterusso hustles back and gets a steal, though. Looks like a foul there. Ran right into the back of Mary Monterusso.
That'll be their 5th foul. 2 more until they're in the bonus. That could be a game changer for Cedar Springs.
That really could swing everything. Get a every foul would be in the bonus there.
Yeah, momentum, and then possibly take out some of their star players. As the ball is stolen.
Monterusso hustles back for great defense, though, and stops the first layup. Contested pretty well. Kenzie Francis is there. But
Hull Cedar goes right back up with a shot and meets the shot with a foul. The foul will be on Mackenzie Francis, and that'll be her first foul.
Got the student section going right now. And looks like it might have caused her to miss short on this free throw.
Yeah, she's having
Seems like the student section's definitely getting in her head over there. She hits the second free throw, though.
And there goes the crowd. Kenzie Francis will be taking the ball up the court, though. Met by defense at the half-court mark.
6th man, Monterusso, is still in there, though. She's been in there for a while now. She's playing really solid right now. She took last year off from the varsity basketball level. I really don't know what she was doing, but she's back this year, and she's playing like she never had left.
Yeah, her shots aren't falling for her early on in the game, though. And Cedar Springs turns the ball over yet again as Tara McQueen brings up the court. Number 22, Kate Montgomery with a shot.
Looks like a foul on Aubrey Steed, maybe an over-the-back call. Brittany Todd with a great box out there.
That's exactly what Cedar wants with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. 6 fouls. You do the math. It will just be a matter of time until they'll reach the bonus.
Very low-scoring game on the Hawks' end. They've just got to start putting up some shots and just start running some plays. They've got to calm down a little bit. Looks like they're playing like
Lowell will take possession from another sloppy pass. Has Cedar Springs scored this second quarter?
I really don't think so. It's been just now 5 minutes, or 3 minutes, sorry, and Lowell has shut out Cedar Springs.
I think Cedar Springs might need to take another timeout and try to find their offense.
Moton with a great steal, bringing it up the court with a 2-on-2 break. She slows it down. Kicks it back to Monterusso, who has the 3, and it's just short. Monterusso likes those outside shots, and she will take them once she gets her first one to drop. I think it's all up from there.
Yeah, but I think they're setting in sophomore Sam Taylor to take her out. I think coach has seen enough of her three-point shots. Unfortunate that they haven't fallen today.
See, the thing that I think about that is Mary Monterusso is the only one out there taking shots right now.
Yep.
She's taking chances, and that's what Cedar Springs needs right now. They need a scorer on the field, or on the court.
Yeah, it seems like the student section got to Steed as she did a very, very rare double dribble for the Division II athlete.
Yeah, with the athlete we see like that, getting a full ride to a pretty solid college, you can't make those simple mistakes. It's all fundamentals from here.
Cedar Springs will retain the possession as it went off a Lowell player. Subbing in for Lowell is number 30, Allie Fredrickson, who is a sophomore. Her length and jumping ability have stood out to us as her and Steed will be a pretty good down-low duo.
Looks like we've got a couple great matchups down there. Sloppy play again, gets Cedar Springs with the travel. That's just simple stuff. They've been playing basketball their whole life, and these simple mistakes are what's killing them this game. I know it's their first game, and they're just warming up, and luckily it's a non-conference game tonight.
Yeah, I was expecting more out of the Cedar Springs squad, but hopefully they can find their offense the last couple minutes of the second quarter.
And that's what's getting to them right now is they can't hit a shot, and it's getting in their mind.
Yep,
Sam Taylor gets a steal.
The ball, brings
takes
it up court, slows it down, though, a little bit, and there's a kick ball on the
Lowell
play.
kicks it out, but
no call.
No call, and Lowell gets a timeout there.
Unfortunate to say the least.
Yeah, that's a very unlucky for Cedar Springs right there, as Sam Taylor had a great steal. Just didn't really know what to do with it once she got the ball.
Yeah, you can see some frustration from Coach Miller on the Cedar Springs sideline.
This is where it comes out right now.
I personally myself didn't expect this out of this senior studded squad.
No, definitely not. They play summer ball, AAU, and from what I've heard, they do great.
Yeah.
Go to an Indiana tournament, and I think they've actually placed a couple times,
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. And it's really sadly not showing right now.
Yeah.
And that might just be nerves. Who knows?
Yeah, possibly. Lowell will take the ball out of bounds, and number 11, Kate Holtz-Cedar, will take up the ball.
Looks like Cedar staying with man-to-man. Possibly.
Yep. Bringing it around the outside.
Well, as we see,
the Holtz-Cedar misses a three-point shot.
I'm not sure if it's man-to-man anymore because we've got one sitting in the lane. Allie Hamilton sitting in the lane. It almost looks like a 2-3 right now.
I think she's
they're playing some sort of zone right now.
Yep. With that tall duo down low, I think they have to.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to need all the help they can get down there.
Steed's shot is just a little long, and Cedar Springs will take possession.
A little bit of a scoring drought right now. Neither team has scored in the past 3 minutes.
Minute and a half?
I was thinking more 3 minutes, Alex. Student section getting back into it. Lowell defense gets Cedar there. Can get it across half court.
Not even a press.
That honestly, that seemed like quick 8 seconds to me.
I see the clock shows 8.
Getting me right back with my time, right, Alex?
Yep. I don't know. Fundamentals, as we say, are killing these Red Hawks. Not something you want to see as a fan.
Very athletic play right there. That catch by Kennedy Coxon right there. Gets
another Cedar Springs foul. I think that's what will be Mackenzie's second. Now Cedar Springs has 5 fouls.
Is that something that the coach is looking at right now? Are they maybe thinking about taking out Mackenzie Francis? She's got 2 fouls right now early in the game.
I don't think so. Honestly, they would just want to put points up on the board, and Kenzie Francis is always a good option for scoring.
Definitely.
Lowell puts back in Steed, who took a short break. She takes a shot just off the mark.
Bounces around the rim a little bit.
Allie Hamilton with a block down low.
Very impressed with Allie Hamilton's defense tonight. She's just aggressive.
And the girls scrap for the ball down low, and the jump ball will go to Cedar Springs.
Very impressed. Now, if she could play offense like she plays defense, I think we'd see a much closer game tonight.
Yes, exactly.
It seems they're extremely intense on the defensive end, but then when you get to the offensive end,
Very laid back.
Very laid back.
But Kenzie Francis brings the ball up court and is met by a defender. Goes
Now,
sideline and takes
there
a
we
shot.
go, Kenzie Francis.
Off the mark, but
Gets
Brittany Todd
rebounded by
takes another
Todd.
shot.
I think the only scorers we've seen on the field tonight for Cedar are Mary Monterusso, who's sitting the bench right now, and Brittany Todd.
Yep.
Then we have a free throw by Brittany Todd, I believe.
Yep. 2 scorers, 5 points.
It's really,
That's something you want to see. That's something you want
looks
to see.
like Coach Brandon Miller down there is getting quite frustrated at the squad.
I don't blame him. Lowell's taking their time on offense, just trying to find the right cut for down low.
It looks like
screen in plays, maybe?
some of the Cedar Springs squad are still playing even though they're down 19 points. But as you see, I see a couple of them out there when Lowell hits a shot or dribbles around them, they put their head down.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things. Obviously, Alex, me and you have played sports. And
that's something you
when
want to
they
see
get in
from
your head,
teammates.
yeah, and when they get in your head or you see a teammate putting their head down, it really gets you down, and that's a game changer.
Yep. Stupp knocked down another 2-point shot earlier, and as Cedar Springs brought the ball down, they were met by a jump ball, and Lowell retained possession. Maybe the coach saw something about them lowering their heads, and they bring in Sage White for the Red Hawks.
Definitely, because I think Sage White is one of the mentally strong on the Red Hawk squad.
Yes, yes, yes.
And there she goes. She gets a
steal.
steal. And that's exactly what Cedar Springs needs, is someone coming off the bench intense and ready to play.
Yep. Knowing where to be at the right time.
Sage
she flares
White.
out for a shot, possibly.
She drives
and she drives in.
And she takes a shot.
Met by a block.
It's not a shot that I think the coach likes, but it's something. Cedar Springs needed it.
Montgomery
and
throws
Sage was there to take it.
Yeah, Montgomery throws a pass over towards the Cedar Springs bench that goes out of bounds, and Cedar Springs will take possession. Y'all will come in for the Lowell Red Arrows, giving them a rest with only a minute to play in the second quarter, where the score is 27-5, Lowell over Cedar Springs.
We've got 50 seconds on the clock.
Hopefully Cedar Springs can get on the board for the second quarter.
Is this something you see us running the clock down, or are we going to take a quick shot, try to get the ball back, and maybe have a couple possessions here? Looks like the coach wants them to shoot it. So
They need a quick shot, I feel like.
Kenzie
to try and get
Francis
more than
gets
1
it down
point on the
low.
board.
She gets fouled. And that's exactly what I think coach wants them to get, is another foul, get some shots at the free throw line, because that brings Lowell into 7 fouls. Sadly, right before the half. But
yeah, they need to do that earlier. Always attacking the paint, getting up with a shot will usually result in a foul as Kenzie Francis goes to the line.
She can't connect on her first free throw, though.
It's all a mental game with the free throws.
It really is, and this is something you need to hit. You've played basketball your whole life. These are free, easy shots, and you should make 100% of them.
Yep, Monterusso steps up to the score table, but apparently she's coming in for Mackenzie Francis, who is the free throw shooter.
Mackenzie sinks her second free throw. Monterusso coming in.
Great to see that Cedar Springs got on the board for the second quarter.
It's good. Now we just got to get a defensive stop here. And I think that's a reason we put Monterusso in, is because she's gnarly on
the defensive end.
Yeah,
and
she's not afraid to hit those shots. And I think that's who they're going to look to at the end of this quarter, is Mary Monterusso to hit a deep three.
Yeah, another surprising fundamental mistake by the Lowell Red Arrows as they throw the ball again out of bounds.
And that's funny. You've seen the last couple minutes, Lowell has just fallen apart fundamentally.
Yeah,
They've turned it over.
Take another foul. Now Sam Taylor will go to the line for a one-on-one opportunity.
Let's see what this sophomore has to offer for the Cedar Springs squad here. All right, her first shot looks good, and it tickles the twine there.
I just feel like they need to do this earlier on in the game so they could get more opportunities like this. Like you said, they are free points. She lines up for her second shot, and the shot is just off the mark. Cedar Springs contesting for the rebound. They get it. Kicks it out to Sage White, who brings it to the corner to Allie Hamilton. Mary Monterusso takes the ball up top, and Sam Taylor has 2 seconds left to shoot, and she just throws it up there. Shot off the mark.
I don't think that's what they wanted, but
not at all.
It's something. Looks like.
And going into halftime, Lowell will take a 27-7 lead over the Red Hawks.
Now what I see right now is I think Cedars dug themselves in too big of a hole right now, and they just won't be able to get out of it. I expected a pretty great game coming into this. I've grown up with a lot of the Cedar Springs girls team and really expected some great stuff out of them right now.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more out of this squad too, but hey, there's always a second half. The lead's only 20. They can come back and make it a game.
Yeah, definitely.
Cedar Springs Chiropractic, CS Manufacturing, Needs Excavating, High Point Electric, Post Country Store, Northern Physical Therapy, Belto, Mendon High Sport, and the Wireless Zone.
And we bring Trey Reed, the voice of Cedar Springs, over here to talk to us for a minute. So, Trey, what did you see in the first half of play?
Man, that was some sloppy basketball. I don't know about that. That was some really sloppy basketball. Cedar Springs really has to get a rhythm going, and our defense is just sloppy. We're not guarding anyone, and we can't even break the press. That's the problem.
Yeah, what do you think of standout number 20 for the Lowell Red Arrows, Aubrey Steed?
Yeah, she is really dominating. Her and Brittany Todd play summer basketball together, and Brittany Todd's starting to guard her a little bit better, but she really was dominating the whole first quarter. But we're starting to see her calm down just a little bit.
Now, what do you think about the Red Hawk offense here?
I don't know what they're running. It just looks a little messy to me, and their goal is to get it into the post, but really that's not happening, and we're just relying too much on the guard play outside, and we can't hit down the shots.
Definitely.
Yeah, as a former basketball player, what do you want to see from the Red Hawks during the second half?
I want to see Cedar Springs start running some offense. We got to get it inside. We have some post moves to go, and we have to communicate on defense. Big time communication, and really just, I think the story of the game is the offensive side for Cedar Springs, to just get their plays going, really have some teamwork going on the offensive side.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Is it who do you think should be stepping up on the offensive end for Cedar? Is that a Brittany Todd thing, or is
well,
that?
I know Brittany Todd. She's being looked at by a lot of local colleges. She really can be the leader of this team. She has to be more vocal, step up a lot. But really, a point guard needs to step up and direct the offense as well,
Now,
break through the press.
Is that something Mary Monterusso is going to be doing? Sam Taylor, Mackenzie Francis?
Well, I mean, Mary Monterusso's in there. She got in there. She had an earring in. She hit down that first shot. She had a great shot, but I mean, I don't think she's going to run the offense. So Mackenzie Francis really has to take that over.
Yeah, and like we said, you are the voice of Cedar Springs. So,
That's right.
give us some insight on what it is, like how you got involved with broadcasting.
Well, I started off doing softball games for my dad here at Cedar Springs. We needed an announcer to do the district game, so I stepped in and did that, and then it eventually worked up to these varsity games. I started with freshman and JV basketball, but it worked up to varsity games, and now I'm doing these games when I can. I do Cornerstone University games as well, and I also work for the high school scoreboard show in the fall for high school football with Rick Berkey in 96.1.
So is this,
I love it.
So you're going to see yourself doing this for the rest of your life?
That's what I hope. That's what I hope for. There's tons of doors that can open in this field, and I'm just looking forward to whatever God puts me.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what do you predict for the second half?
Well, I think Cedar will cut it a little bit, will cut the margin, but Lowell is just dominating so much. It's first game jitters for Cedar Springs, and we'll work it out midway through the season, hopefully. But I don't know if we're going to work it out tonight.
Yes, I was expecting a lot more out of this senior-studded basketball team that we have for Cedar Springs.
That's right.
Well, thank you for your time, Trey Reed,
Thank
the voice
you.
of Cedar Springs.
I'm looking forward to all the games this year.
Yes, I am too.
Great job up here, guys.
Hope to hear you again.
Yep. Thank you again, Trey Reed.
Fans, don't forget Cedar Springs will be hosting the first red versus white boys varsity basketball scrimmage on Friday, December 6th, this coming Friday at 9 p.m. here at the high school. It's free and open to the public. Again, that's the red versus white boys varsity basketball scrimmage this coming Friday, 9 p.m. here at Cedar Springs High School after the girls game in Sparta. Welcome back to the second half here from Cedar Springs High School. Your score, Lowell 27, Cedar Springs 7.
Maddie's not going to touch your butt. And puddle.
And welcome back to the second half of action where Lowell leads 27-7 against the Red Hawks of Cedar Springs. What are you expecting on this second half play, Mitch?
A lot more than that first half. I'll tell you that much. Cedar Springs, I'm really looking for them to step it up on the offensive end. That's really what we need. We didn't score 10 points in the first half even. Red Hawk defense is doing pretty good. I'll give them that. They've just got to shut down that...
Number 20 on
Yeah,
Lowell, who's been
20.
recruited by Lake Superior State. Aubrey Steed, she is shutting them down, and I feel like they need to find their defense against her and their other big on their team. And they also need to find their offense, which will be crucial.
Looks like they've got great sportsmanship down there still, though. Brittany
and Steed.
Todd and Steed. They've actually been playing summer ball together, as Trey said. And I think they're actually pretty good friends outside of the court.
Yeah, as late delay on the game, though. Looking for the refs, and there they are.
All right. We don't like to see that.
Not at all. We like to get our games on time. Anyways, student section is starting to get up on its feet. Hopefully they can bring them back within grasp of this game. Even if it's not Victor, I'd love to see him come out and have a great second half. Challenge the Red Arrows.
Yeah, definitely.
But Cedar Springs will take the possession of the ball, and Kenzie Francis will bring it up the court.
Now we've got the same starters for the Red Hawk squad with Hamilton, Taylor, Todd, Moton, and Francis out there.
Looking to go to Brittany Todd down low, but she is met by a block by Steed. Steed taking up the offense 1-on-2. Kicks it back out and swings the ball around. Set by a three-pointer. That is off the mark for the Red Arrows.
But Sam Taylor can't pick up that ball. And looking down at the coach right now for the Red Hawks, he is fuming right now.
Luckily, after the rebound, it was brought back out, and there was a travel by the Lowell Red Arrows.
Definitely. Now, do you think the Red Arrow coach likes what he sees from his squad this year so far? Or
I'm thoroughly impressed. They just have to cut down on the simple mistakes that they've done throughout the game. But a jump ball takes place, and Lowell will take possession of the ball.
See, they had 3 girls swarm on Mackenzie Francis right there, and she didn't even know it was coming. That's when communication really comes back in. Like we talked about earlier, that's something that's going to kill him this whole game.
Yeah, 22, Kate Montgomery almost loses the ball on the sideline. It is met with Aubrey Moton, who is playing some stellar defense.
Sam Taylor lets that easy pass over top, and I think whenever there's a mess up on the court, Sam Taylor really doesn't know what to do. She's a young player. She's still got a lot of time. She's got to see, but
Brittany Todd gets the ball down low, and she scores a 2-point shot.
Hey, it was sloppy, but we need it.
Yes, exactly. Cedar Springs will play
Moton.
defense on the wing. Well, 22
quick
for
shot.
the Lowell Red Arrows. Kate Montgomery will take a shot. And we have another jump ball, but this time it will go to the Red Hawks. Looks like Lowell is getting back into a man-to-man defense, trying to trap him in the half court.
Is that something you'd want to see? It's a 20-point game right now. Is that unsportsmanlike?
I find it to somewhat be unsportsmanlike, but Aubrey Moton breaks the defense and goes in for a 2-point layup. Brings the score 11-29 Lowell.
Yeah, we're in double digits now.
Great start for the Red Hawks.
And now we're cooking with propane.
Montgomery will bring it in, but is met with a foul. Not quite sure who it could be on. It could be either on Moton or Sam Taylor.
Saw great sportsmanship again right there as Moton and Taylor helped up number 22.
Kate Montgomery. Sam Taylor will pick up the foul. First of the second half, and Montgomery is up for the shot. And the student section doesn't phase him, and Montgomery will sink the first free throw.
That's a good shooter we were talking about, Kate Montgomery. She's at the free throw line. I think she'll hit both of them. No problem.
Student section getting into it. Montgomery misses the second free throw. Kenzie Francis will take the ball up court where she's met by a double team. They need to get the ball up court.
And there we go, another sloppy pass. Kenzie Francis turns it over. But Sam Taylor gets a great block on the other end, but sadly there's a foul called.
Yeah, she had her back on the back of number 11, Kate Holtz-Cedar. So she'll go to the line for 2. That'll be her second in the second half. I'd be concerned as a coach and probably take her out.
Yep, those are 2 quick fouls. And I think as you look down, Coach Cedar Springs is talking to Mary Monterusso down there. I think they're going to send her in pretty quick for Sam Taylor.
Yeah, Holtz-Cedar misses her first free throw and is about to take her second. Student section again getting back into it. Shot is up.
That's a big thing. I think
it's good.
The free throws, both teams are shooting free throws probably under 50% right now.
Yeah, that's also a game changer. But right now, the Red Hawks are in foul trouble. 2 fouls with 2 minutes in. Not a good way to start the second half.
Definitely not. And there's another sloppy pass for a turnover right there.
Yep, Holtz-Cedar will take it from the sideline. And wow, you see a 3-point shot from big man Aubrey Steed off the mark.
She gets her rebound from that, and she goes back up strong. She get 2 more free throws for her.
Cedar Springs fouls on 14 to Emily Hamilton. Her second team.
So another foul by Hamilton we talked about earlier. She's usually the one that gets in foul trouble.
Yeah, Cedar Springs clearly not happy and taking a timeout. Only 3 minutes into the second half. What do you think the coach is telling them right now?
Hey, they're playing sloppy right now, Cedar Springs. They came out in the first minute or so pretty strong, getting a couple early points, getting some rebounds, forcing some turnovers on Lowell. But the last couple minutes, what I've seen is turnovers, sloppy play, and that's caused that gap to be back at 20.
Yeah, they need to find their offense again. It's not just the fundamental things. They simply just need to get in the hoop in the basket.
It looks like instead of taking out Sam Taylor, who's in some foul trouble right now, Mackenzie Francis goes to the bench with Mary Monterusso subbing in.
I'm surprised by that play.
I'm very surprised by that.
But Steed will come back up to the line and shoot her free throw.
She sinks the first one, even with that student section getting all riled up over there.
Yeah, she is. This is why she's a Division II player. Doesn't let any outside distractions get to her at times like these.
We'll see on the second free throw how well she can hold it. And
the
she
shot's
knocks
good.
it down.
Monterusso bringing the ball up. Scratch that. Sam Taylor.
Swings it back to Monterusso for a big skip. That is just messy play. Luckily, Lowell tipped it out of bounds, but that's not something we'd like to see again.
Yeah, Lowell surprisingly is staying with the press when they're up by 20. Not quite sure what the thinking behind that is. Mary Monterusso takes it by the baseline.
They're playing sloppy right now. Swings it to B. Todd.
For the three.
Goes short. Looks like her foot was on the line there, so I think that would have been
a 2-point opportunity for them. Lowell is having a good ball movement right now, passing it along the key. Screens aplenty. Lowell drives in for a shot, but
no help
missed.
side there, though.
It's lucky they didn't make that shot. Brittany Todd grabs the rebound as Mary Monterusso brings the ball up the court. They're bringing the ball into the corner. I'm not quite sure what that thinking is.
Oh, great pass by Moton to Brittany Todd. Looks like we've got a foul called.
Foul before the pass.
Looks like that was on number 12.
It's on number 12, Tara McQueen.
McQueen for the Lowell Red Arrows.
And right there, we take out the 1-2 punch with Aubrey Steed and Kate Montgomery, the two players we talked about earlier. I think they're really a duo down there. It seems like they both come out at the same time. When one gets taken out, the other comes right after.
Yeah, sophomore Sam Taylor misses a shot from the baseline, and Lowell brings it back up for a transition layup.
Mary Monterusso tries to swat that one away, but it just goes over her fingertips right there.
Yeah, the shot by number 12, McQueen, is good. Sam Taylor brings the ball up baseline, but it's met
She's
by
really got to
defenders.
slow it down right now. They see we've got Moton for the shot. They go short. Brittany Todd gets the rebound and goes up again and gets fouled for 2 shots.
Yeah, we saw her miss a free throw earlier, but also made one. Hopefully she can sink these two and narrow the gap between the Red Arrows and the Red Hawks.
Definitely. That'd be nice to see. Just really unlucky for Cedar Springs right now. Their shots really aren't dropping. They're taking some good high-quality shots, but they're just not going through the hoop.
B. Todd switches her first free throw.
Nikki Matschke comes in for Allie Hamilton right there.
Still a bit surprised they haven't took Sam Taylor out. I'm pretty sure she has 3 fouls on the day. B. Todd steps up to the line for her second free throw.
Takes her time, and it goes just short. Oh, goes right back to Cedar Springs. Mary Monterusso takes a shot from the free throw line and off the mark.
But Moton scoops up the rebound and gets a 2-point shot.
And that is what Cedar Springs likes to see right there. It's still a 21-point game right now, but I think the momentum is definitely changing right now.
Body bump by Brittany Towell cost her a foul.
It's a weak foul, weak call.
I'll
admit it.
Brittany Todd, that's her first. Team's point.
And we see Cedar Springs in foul trouble early with 4 fouls with half the quarter remaining. It's not something you want to see from Coach Miller.
Definitely not. And still playing solid defense there on the Cedar Springs defensive end.
Yeah, Lowell is still aiming to get the ball down low, even if it means driving, which we see from their point guards.
Drives to the baseline, kicks it out for
A 2-point shot, I believe.
there goes a foul.
Stump, the shot's off.
Looks like that was either on Matschke or Todd. On Brittany Todd. All right, she gets 2 fouls there. That brings it to the team. Has 5 fouls right now. Looks like Kenzie Francis is lining up to go back in, possibly for Brittany Todd there. She actually goes in for Sam Taylor. They're really not calling the subs very well right now.
Not quite sure
I think
the thinking, but
the reason that Brittany Todd's not coming out right now is just because she's the factor of the Cedar Springs team. I think she's the biggest leader out there right now, and she really needs to stay in the whole game. She's athletic enough to do so, and I think she's just the presence on the court that you want.
yes, exactly. You see Cedar Springs met with another press. I don't know why Lowell is doing this. And a double team.
It's a 22-point game right now, and sloppy pass by Moton gives it up for a breakaway layup
by McQueen.
And another sloppy pass. But Lowell is very scrappy right now, and they're really not letting up.
Moton's met with a one-on-one play, and she brings up for a layup, but is blocked by number 30, Allie Fredrickson.
It's a great block there. Great defense.
Lowell trying to get that transition game in a 3-on-3 offense. Screen for McQueen, and she brings it up court and passes it to Stump. Stump looking for the man down low, and they're just going to continue to rotate the ball until they can find the man down low.
Now, is this something you see? Are they going to want to score?
Yeah.
Or are they going to try to run out the clock?
They're going to try to score. I haven't seen them let down yet. And,
Yeah, obviously you
with
see
the
that
press,
on defense.
Yeah, the press, that's obviously stating a lot.
Right.
Ooh, almost lost possession. They'll kick it to the corner to Monterusso. Aubrey Motown goes in, gives it to Brittany Todd, and she misses
Brittany
her
Todd.
layup. Nikki Matsky skips up a
Great
rebound.
rebound there. Out to Monterusso. Her shoots her three. It goes wide left and just airballs it.
Looks like Allie Hamilton will be subbing in for the Red Hawks. Aubrey Motown is going to be taking a seat. Looks like Cedar's going to try zone press right now.
Hey, we'll see how it works. Can't hurt them.
They will just by the Cedar defenders where Frederickson is met by nobody down low but misses a short shot.
See, right now in the coach's mind for Cedar Springs, I think this should be more of a learning experience than trying to get a win out of it. Lowell's actually a very good team right now, and we can obviously see that. And I think if I was Cedar Springs, I'd just try different things and see what would work.
Yeah. In the meantime, Lowell turns over the ball with a travel, and Cedar Springs takes the ball up the court, and Allie Hamilton scores for the Red Hawks.
So the Red Hawks have 16 points right now to Lowell's 38, but who has scored these 16 points for the Red Hawks? Monterusso has 2, Todd might have 6.
Todd has a couple. It's kind of all over the map for the Red Hawks, but
really no standouts tonight on the scoring end.
Yeah. Remember, I traveled by Brittany Todd as she brings the ball down the court.
Very unlucky call there.
And we see Montgomery come back in for the Red Arrows as Cedar Springs is starting to press again.
Along with number 10 for the Red Arrows, Kennedy Coxon.
And then Sage White, maybe a defensive presence for the Red Hawks coming in.
Just like we saw last time, that's why they put her in. She gets in, gets a couple quick steals.
Well, Brittany Todd is also getting into foul trouble. That also gives her opportunity to have a break.
And yeah, they did take her out. So we're definitely going to need to see a leader step up on the field or the court right now. And there we go, Allie Hamilton again with her scrappy defense. It's just great. Sage White gets foul called
by number 30, Allie Frederickson.
Allie Frederickson, that's her first, team's third.
Cedar Springs will take it out on the baseline. Let's see what they have planned up. Monterusso takes the ball up the court. Finds Sage White in the corner, and she takes a shot off the mark.
Was way short. Again, the shots for Cedar just aren't dropping. And that's something I think coach is going to work on during practices.
Yeah, but there's a foul down low, so Cedar Springs will end up retaining possession.
See, right there, I saw Mary Monterusso standing on the wing wide open there, and they try to force it down low to Sage White. I just don't see the thought behind that.
Yeah, luckily the ball stays with Cedar Springs, though.
I mean, Monterusso's missed a couple bunnies, but
met with a block as Monterusso goes up for the shot, and Kenzie Francis gets the rebound and misses another three-point opportunity.
A shot really doesn't hurt the Red Hawks right now. They just need to start getting some up, because obviously what they've been doing so far is not paying off.
Yeah, Coxon takes a shot for the Lowell Red Arrows, and it's missed. Lowell will take another foul, giving them 5 fouls in the quarter, and Cedar Springs will gain possession of the ball and take it out on the baseline. Looks like Brittany Todd's making an appearance back in the game, subbing in for Nikki Mansky. With 24 seconds left in the game, what do you expect Cedar to do?
They're definitely going to hold it for the last shot. Hopefully the Red Arrows don't force another turnover.
Yeah, very tough
There we
defense.
go, we got a foul there. That brings
fouls.
the Red Arrows to 6 fouls this quarter. I think, like we said before, that could be a game changer. But
in order for it to be a game changer, Cedar Springs needs to knock down its free throws.
Yep, and they got to keep drawing those fouls, which could mean dishing it inside and just drawing contact.
Yep. Mary Monterusso calls for the ball, but swings it to Brittany Todd on the far baseline.
Yep, 5 seconds left to shoot.
Looks like to be fully aware.
There goes a turnover.
Seriously,
Nope, Cedar Springs
luckily.
takes it back. Sloppy pass. Again, just very lucky for the Red Hawks that it goes back to them. Got 2.5 seconds left for Mary for a shot. And it goes short yet again.
The quarter will end with a 38-16 lead, Lowell lead over Cedar Springs.
Now, one thing that I'm seeing is as I look down at the Red Hawk team, it just looks like the whole team is frustrated and not sure what to do right now.
Yeah, a lot of frustration shown by the Red Hawks, but in order to keep this game close, you're going to have to keep calm heads in the fourth quarter.
Yep, definitely.
Win might be a little bit out of their reach, but keeping the game close is something they want to do as a team.
And we bring in Jordo Johnson with us tonight, who is leading the Red Hawk student section right now. Jordo, what do you see down on the court?
On the court, I think we're doing great, actually. We need to work a little bit on our offense and our defense, but other than that, we're doing great, and we're cheering them on out there.
Great as a quarter or great as a game?
As the quarter went, the third quarter was actually pretty productive for us. We scored more points than we did in the whole first half, so I think the Coach Miller really talked to them and told them what they needed to do better, and we executed.
Yeah, what do you hope to see from the fourth quarter of play?
I hope to see a more aggressive defense, actually. I don't think we're doing very well on the defensive side of the ball, and I think the more we execute on that side, the more successful we'll be throughout the whole season.
Definitely, totally agree. Well, thank you for that, Jordo. Keep running that student section. We're definitely going to need it down there. Try to get in the Red Arrows head.
Thank you, Jordo Johnson, for that insight on the game. Lowell will take the possession in the fourth quarter, and it looks like they're going to drive in for the entire game. Nice.
And Lowell drops a quick shot.
By Sarah Ersch.
Sarah Ersch, is that the first time we've seen her tonight, or is she one of the starters?
That's one of the first times we've seen her. Her sister is also on the team, and we haven't seen much of her either.
Right. They are both. And they're 1 grade apart.
Lowell is relentless on their attack. They score 4 quick points, and the score now is 42-16.
That's not what the Red Hawks like to see.
Not at all. Kenzie Francis taking the ball up court, met by his hard defense, one-on-one. Drives into the lane. No
Francis
contact.
with a wild shot there, goes out of bounds, but luckily it stays with the Red Hawk possession.
Exactly. On this inbound play, I'm expecting Brittany Todd to try to get the ball, try to make a play down low. But instead it goes to Sam Taylor on the outside. Trying to penetrate the defense, but can't.
Francis takes an outside shot and again goes short.
Francis retains possession of the ball, skips it to Allie Hamilton in the corner.
Very risky pass there. They find Francis back in the center. She drives in, gets some contact there, and that is a foul by Aubrey Steed. That's not what the Red Arrows like to see.
Well, she's not in foul trouble yet. Only 2 fouls in the fourth quarter.
Definitely.
Kenzie Francis will step up to the charity stripe and hopefully knock 2 down for the Red Hawks.
She's one of those seniors that we've seen come up through her freshman to her senior year, and she's been great for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, she knocks down her first shot, and let's see if she can knock down her second.
She does.
Second shot is good.
What the Red Hawks need.
It's what they absolutely need it right now.
The
Lowell breaks their defense.
Prescott's taken apart quickly, and that's
and one.
Sage White gets a small foul there, and it allows the Lowell Red Arrows to get an and one there, and it could be a 3-point play possibly.
Yeah, Montgomery being a solid point guard, like the coach told us earlier, driving point guard.
And she still has another year, I believe, doesn't she?
She was on the varsity squad as a sophomore, and she could possibly make this a 3-point play for the Lowell Red Arrows.
Yeah, she's one of their starters, and like we said before, she's one to watch for the future.
Ball just
she missed her free throw, but it looks like Steve is going to get that rebound and go back up strong for an easy 2. Now, we had the matchup between Steed and Brittany Todd down there, and do you think it's just, is it skill that's offset here, or is it mental? What is it?
I think it's a mental game right now because Brittany is a solid player for Cedar Springs, and she's still working to get recognized by colleges. Well, Aubrey is already committed, and they also play summer ball together. So I feel like it's more of a mental game than a skill game.
Definitely, I definitely see that out there. Cedar Springs forced the turnover by the Red Arrows. Great press there by the Red Hawks.
Looks like they're going to try a flare out for Kenzie or maybe get a down low option for Brittany Todd. Kenzie takes the ball up at the center key. And looks like Todd is trying to gain possession of the lane.
Now, what would you like to see in this last 6 minutes of the game from the Red
Not
Hawks?
another sloppy pass like that as Cedar Springs turns over the ball while trying to get the ball to a guy coming off a screen.
Strong rebound by Moton. Very strong player right there, and I'm happy to say that she also has another year for the Red Hawks.
Yes, a very solid and productive player for the Red Hawks. She was out, I believe, last year with a knee injury, and having her back on the court is definitely a benefit for the Red Hawks.
That's great. So let's talk about next year. I know it's early in the season, but we've got a majority of the team right now is seniors. We only have 3 returning players for next year if they come out and if they're healthy. We've got Sam Taylor, Aubrey Moton, and
Allison Snavely.
So we're going to have a very young team next year, and that could possibly be a downfall.
Yeah, experience is key. And in the meanwhile, Aubrey Moton got fouled and is at one-on-one opportunity and sinks one of her 2 free throws. But Cedar Springs gets the rebound, and Sam Taylor jacks up a 3.
Goes long.
A little long, but Allie Hamilton gets the rebound, passes to Brittany Todd, finds the open man, and Aubrey Moton.
Great pass by Todd there, just seeing the full court right there, and finds Moton. She's going to get 2 free throws here.
Great to see Moton all over the board, going up for those second opportunities strong.
She's just glad to be playing basketball again.
Yes, exactly. It also gives Cedar 3rd foul. Maybe the coach might take her out. Not quite sure. Give her a rest.
And I just looked up at the scoreboard up there, and it looks like Lowell has 9 fouls right now.
Yes, a plus for Cedar Springs as Moton sinks her first free throw.
Definitely.
As they get to the 10th foul, it will be an automatic 2 free throws every time, which could be.
Sadly, Lowell has expanded their lead, though. It started out 20 at the half, and it's risen to 26.
Yep, the shot is a little short for Aubrey Moton,
and
Lowell will
definitely a mental game right now.
Yes.
Obviously, because I think at the beginning of this game, I don't think there'd be this many missed shots, or we've seen a lot of air balls tonight, actually.
Yes. Lowell breaks the Cedar Springs defense and goes down court strong.
The one thing I'm seeing right now is with the 26-point lead they have, Lowell has all their starters in right now.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I understand that they want to play, but 26-point lead with all your starters, I don't know about that.
Not sure about the call making by the guy on the bench, but it's not in my control.
Looks like Aubrey Moton gets pushed out right there, but they call it out of bounds on Moton.
Yeah, I think there was a little shove down there, but the ball did clearly go out of bounds on Moton.
Goes right over the top to Steed. She makes a strong move. Little hook, and it...
rebound by Hamilton.
Yeah.
Francis will bring the ball up court, maybe slowing it down a bit, letting the offense settle. Finds Moton in the corner, and Moton goes up strong.
Oh, wow. Nice little reverse layup there by Moton. What a great finish.
Looks like they're finding their offense, but just a little too late.
They've got 5 minutes left in the game, and a 24-point game right now.
Yep.
Just like we said earlier, you just can't get yourself out of the hole you've already dug yourself.
Yeah, Lowell passes the ball down court, but it's deflected by Cedar Springs. And as they inbound the play, Allie Hamilton comes up with a huge block for the Red Hawks.
She's got length. Those arms.
She is an athlete. She is a state finalist in track. So that also brings in a lot of athleticism for the Red Hawks. As they find her down low, they pass back up to Moton, who has the hot hands, and give the ball to Sam Taylor, who misses a corner shot.
Todd with the strong rebound goes up for a lefty and finishes it. Lowell wastes no time and gets it right up the court, but sloppy pass can turn over right to Brittany Todd. That's the right place at the right time right there.
Great steal by Todd. She's calling for the ball down low, but Kenzie decides to slow up the pace. Let's see what we have. Sam Taylor from the outside.
I think that's her 3rd shot in a row.
Her shot in a row. The shot did not fall, though.
Right now we're seeing the whole time that the outside shots, jump shots just aren't working for Cedar. I think all the points so far, the 24 that we do have came from down low.
Yeah, you see Monterusso getting ready to come in as number 11, Kate Holsteeder, for the Lowell Red Arrows comes into play.
Surprisingly, Hamilton gets taken out. She was definitely a defensive presence in there.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Kenzie Francis brings up the ball slowly up court. What do you expect out of this play?
I'm not really sure right now. Quite a different squad out there right now. We've got Moton and Todd out there that can play down low, but they have Monterusso back in there who's been taking the outside shots, and she takes another one and sadly goes short again.
Sorry to say, but she simply cannot find her rhythm tonight.
Yeah, and she's usually quite a great shooter. She can usually hit down those outside shots, and this has definitely got to be nerves in this game.
Well, to think that she didn't play varsity basketball last season has to factor into it.
Well, I've definitely seen that. That could be a big factor. But on the defensive end, Monterusso seems really strong. Yeah, it's really I'd say it's the shooting all around. It's just not Monterusso out there that's missing those jump shots. It's the whole team.
Yeah, Steve comes up with a big block as the Lowell Red Arrows take it down the court.
Looks like Taylor Baker, senior Taylor Baker, is going to see her first few minutes out on the court this season. Brittany Todd coming off.
Yes, and Lowell will take it on the baseline. Trying to get it back to their big man, Allie Fredrickson, who is a sophomore.
Sam Taylor gets a steal, and it looks like she's going to try to go all the way. And she misses the layup there.
Might have been some contact, might have been a no call. Fredrickson doesn't know what to do with the ball when met with pressure and just throws it out there. Luckily, Lowell retains possession.
Little blocking foul there on Sam Taylor. Yeah, that's another one on Sam Taylor. That's going to be her third personal.
As we see, Nikki Massey is coming in for the Red Hawks and will come in for, looks like Aubrey Moton, but Lowell will take a timeout. What do you think the coaches are saying to them right now with Cedar Springs having a little bit of a run and only 3 minutes left in the game?
Well, as I look down at Lowell's coach, it looks like he's drawing up some plays actually on his whiteboard. He's really keeping it to, he's really sticking it to Cedar Springs right now. He's not going to give up. Now, as I look down at the Red Hawks, he's, I don't know if the coach knows what to say right now. I think he's done all he can, and it's just not working tonight.
I think it's more of a mental game for them right now, trying to be proud of what they're doing. Coming out with a strong fourth quarter like they already have already. Finish it out strong. Try to take the most you can from the game and do it as a learning tool.
That's what we've got to do.
As they have a game on the 20th against our crosstown rival, Sparta.
Hey, that's going to be a great game, and that's going to be something to look forward to.
Of course. And number 22, Montgomery, steps up to the line for the Lowell Red Arrows. Been known to hit some couple free throws today. Let's see how she goes. How she does.
Yeah, I think she'll be fine. She hits the first one. And I wouldn't doubt it that she is going to hit the second one as well.
Yeah, great player. Like we mentioned, a junior. Spent her last year on varsity too.
And I wouldn't be surprised if she goes to college to play ball somewhere too.
Yeah, but she surprisingly misses a second, and Baker comes down with a good rebound.
What a great rebound by her. It's a great way to start out this season.
You see Snavely making some action towards the scores table.
It's going to be her first time on the court as well this season.
Yes, and first time as a varsity player too.
Hey, that's a rush right there, I tell you.
Quite a moment. Trying to find some room, trying to get some opening down low, but they can't quite find it.
They kick it up to Francis. She takes the shot from about 15 feet out and goes short. Lowell gets the rebound.
Rebounded by Holzer. And Montgomery taking the ball down low. Makes a nice shot.
Beautiful
again.
finish there. And again, that's one of the two we talked about. She's just great.
Looks like Jessica Creekart is also making her way towards the scorers table.
And again, she is a senior, making her first appearance this season.
Yes.
The only one I think we haven't seen tonight down there is Al Cheney, I believe.
I'm sure she'll be making some action towards the bench, or towards the scorers table pretty soon.
I mean, the coach is just trying out some new things right now. Obviously, with 2 minutes left, he just can't.
Yeah, I know, but
get out of this.
Yeah, trying to do things, seeing how people are doing on the court. But I know Al Cheney has been suffering from a cold the last couple days. Not quite sure what we're going to see out of her.
All right, hopefully a couple minutes we'll see out of her at least.
Yes. If she's feeling up to it, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
But Mackenzie Francis goes up to the charity stripe and knocks down a free throw for the Red Hawks.
Looks like,
making the score 49-25 Lowell.
Jessica Creekard is going to be going in for Mackenzie Francis, and she's the shooter right now. So if Mackenzie hits it, Jess will be in.
Yeah.
And there we go.
There we
Jessica Creekard, number 3, subbing in. First minutes on the court. And it's funny because I feel like last year we saw Creekard play quite a bit. And is that...
when a new coach comes to new strategy, I cannot really tell or make of what strategies and how the season's going from the first game.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Snavely, Creekard, and Baker really want to play out there. Mary Monterusso gets a
foul call
right there.
We'll have number 10 for Lowell, Coxon going back to the line.
Yep, like we said earlier, Lowell's not going to give up this game, are they? They're not going to loosen the grip here.
Shot by Coxon just off the mark. Looks like we have Alicia Chain entering the game for Nikki Maskey.
There we go. I like to see all these players getting some minutes. It's always nice to see.
Yes. And Coxon shoots again and sinks her second free throw.
So we've got Cheney, Monterusso, Baker, Snavely, and Creekard out there right now. We'll see what this squad has to offer as they pass it up to Baker.
Not the point guard type and kicks it back out to Snavely. Snavely.
And it looks like
relentlessly
they draw a foul there.
Goes into the lane. Looks like she'll have an opportunity to score her first point as varsity player.
The big thing that I'm seeing from the Red Hawks with this squad is it looks like they want to play out there right now.
Yeah.
They're making the most of their time they have, and they weren't sloppy, and they're at the free throw line. Snavely misses her first. Hopefully that second one will drop for her.
Probably the jitters of being a first-time varsity player.
Yeah, definitely.
Big stage against a talented team.
Very talented team.
She steps up for her second and
there
makes
she goes.
it.
She knocks it down. So, what do you see? How do you see the Red Arrows this season?
Great team. I'd be scared to face them.
Definitely, and I think the Red Hawks will warm up to the court and hopefully start succeeding in the near future.
Yeah, Lowell comes down the court and makes a quick shot with Stump for a two-pointer. Monterusso taking the ball up the court now that Francis and Taylor are both out of the game.
Very, very good dribbling by Monterusso there.
Looks like they're trying to keep the ball outside the key as Creekard drives in, but is met by a tipped ball as Lowell retains possession.
Monterusso gets a little steal down there. There we go. Great finish by Monterusso.
As she makes the score 29-52 Lowell.
That'll give Monterusso 4 points there. A shot by the Red Arrows goes long off the back of the iron.
Rebounded though by Coxon and kicks it back out to Ya. Coxon again with the shot. Misses off the mark.
Creekard gets the rebound. Oh, it actually gets taken away by the Red Arrows.
And 21. Stump with the three off the
that
back.
Is banked in. The bank is open tonight.
Monterusso brings the ball up the court for possibly the last time with only 15 seconds.
A little
left
miscommunication on the court right there as Monterusso throws it out of bounds. Target was Baker there, but it's not where the ball went.
Yeah. Do you think Lowell's just going to dribble it out for the last possession of the game?
It would be nice if they did, but throughout this game we haven't seen them let up, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went for another shot.
But every coach has a different strategy, so we're not quite sure what to see from them.
So they'll take the shot.
As the student section fakes him out with a shot clock. And the game ends in a 55-29 win or loss for Cedar Springs against the Lowell Red Arrows. What did you see this game exactly, Mitch?
Well, it's a new team here. It's they've really just got to take a learning experience away from it. That's about all they can take away from it now. It's their first game. They just got to shake these jitters out, and that's about all they can do.
Yeah, I totally agree. They need to find their offense sooner and then figure out what kind of defense they're going to play, because we did see a little bit of 2-3 and a little bit of man-man. But I expect to win against Sparta this upcoming Friday.
Deep bench, too, and I think we got to use that a little bit more.
Yep, utilize the bench. I totally agree. This has been Alex Hughes
and Mitch Enmer.
Have a good night.